Hello, citizens and UEMC miners. Rockseeker here. I'm back with Stim, and he's about to tell us about something that came to his mind. And we figured we'd go in a more quiet corner within Grimex. And if some people watch my previous videos, you'll see that there's a side entrance at the top of Grimex, and that's close to where we are. If I just turn around, you see that's the side entrance is over there. But so now, how about this idea that came to your mind?
All right, so the suspense, you've been waiting for this. Here it comes. So we were talking about ships coming out. We've been talking about the Pioneer, which finally came out. Then we've been talking about the potential of a space station truck stop type construction ship. But you know what? We've been missing for mining, for us as UEMC, we've been missing something in that mining space that's bigger than a prospector, but smaller than the giant hulk of a Orion. That's a capital ship now that we've got the new sizes.
On this, I would add that just about in the couple of weeks just before CitizenCon, CIG posted like on a daily or every other day some information about ships and so on. And one day, they had this chart about the size of ship, basically the snub, small, medium, large, and capital. And I don't know if everybody noticed, but for sure us at UEMC we noticed is that the Reclaimer is a large, the Banu Merchantman is a large, but the Orion's been moved to the capital size ship. So this may indicate that it may actually grow a bit bigger, or because of the weight and how heavy it is, how industrial it's going to be. It's basically a capital ship. The Prospector is in the small ones. So there's like medium and large there in the middle. We know that there's the Mining Spider coming. And discussion I had in person with the Tylers and so on. It's still, and it's part of Squadron 42, right? So, and there's no reason why not the concept. And basically, yeah, they said, just
Okay.
So
you're not under NDA, so it's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not. So, yeah. So, but they did not confirm anything anyway. But they said,
true.
There's a good chance. So, and we're all excited about that. So, enough talking. So basically,
so what's the next one going to be, right?
That would be based on the video we saw from a couple years ago when they were showing stuff they're working on. It's medium size, right? So there's a gap there between this also Spider, which is more mining surfaces, which goes along with now that we're going to have surfaces in 3.0. We could expect that 3.1, when they introduce mining, they may decide to concept that Spider that's been sitting there on the shelf just ready to be concept and get some money from new cash from people, at least a lot from UEMC members.
They don't do that, do they? Star Citizen?
No, yeah. But then there's this gap, right? So I think there's going to be another ship there. I think you think too. What kind of ship do you think it's going to be?
Well, you know, the speculation really amongst UEMC is that it's going to be a large size ship to kind of round out that spectrum. I'm not sure if it's going to be a size thing that's going to be the separator. I think it's going to be more along what the facilities are that it does and what type of mining it does. So for me, we've got refining at a very small amount with the Prospector. It does a tiny bit of refining to make sure it's not just bulk ore that's being dumped.
I don't think it even refines. I think it just mines and put it in saddlebags.
I thought it did a little bit. I could be wrong, but I thought it did a little bit. Yeah, the Orion, on the other side, does a lot, right? That does quite a bit of refining. And you can see a mining operation where you've got an Orion out there, cutting away or even just acting as a support for prospectors that are getting in and amongst the ore bodies, the asteroids, and then bringing the stuff back to be refined by the Orion. So there's the opportunity for a ship that doesn't do a lot of refining, but maybe breaks things down, crushes, and does comminution, it's called, just to get things a little bit better for transport, but then dumps out pods at a faster rate so that it can be hauled back to a refinery, back at a station, an orbital station, or on a planet somewhere. And so looking at
like a two-man ship. Two.
Yeah, 2 persons would be perfect. Yeah,
because
2,
right now
maybe 3.
Prospector
Right?
is very solo. Like they put the emphasis on this, right? It's a solo mining ship. You do everything from and this big bubble cockpit there, and you see and you can fly and everything. And the Orion, they made it clear, like it's by yourself with NPCs, it's not going to be efficient at all, right? Because there's too many things to do, right? But a duo, be with a teammate, you go along, and that.
And here's something else. They spoke, and we've heard some mention and questioning about building tunnels and going underground and mining and creating underground stations. Well, what if you need like a tunnel borer? You know, it's really just like a giant drill bit creates a roadway through a mountain.
You never
and
mentioned
then out
that
the
one.
back comes the tail. No, I know, but it's something that occurs to you because we're talking about surface, we're talking about space. There's been
I'd be
talking
surprised about that
underwater.
one. I'd be surprised about that one. You know why? It's not because the concept would be interesting, but for the amount of people that would actually do it, the effort in coding all of that, having to go inside moons and planets and asteroids, and
there's a lot of people asking for it. It's kind of like space whales, you know. I think the community's going to get it.
Well, space whales, I think we're going to get a space whale for sure.
But underground tunnels, man, look, they've got, in lore, you look at, is it Levski that has the giant mining pit, and then you've got the hangar.
Yeah, but it's a surface mining. You're into mining, right?
Well, the mining is surface. It's an open pit, sure. But the actual, you land in a subterranean station, right? Or it's on the wall of that mine. And so you actually land inside, and it's all underground. And people want to be protected from pirates and from orcs attacking them. So I think there's going to be an underground aspect,
I can see,
which means you got to dig that ground.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's I'm not sure I would put my $1 on this. I never bet.
We can agree to disagree. We'll see how it turns out.
But I think there's going to be a 2-man ship, larger than the Prospector and Mining Spider, but smaller than the Orion. Maybe less refining facilities. Not necessarily that you have one man dedicated to man the refinery, but something that has a larger efficiency at mining and larger capacity.
One more idea. What if you had a ship that was concerned you're going to haul a lot of ore? So an Orion would only be able to fit through, I'm assuming it could fit through a large jump point, right? Because I think they all have to fit through a large jump point at some point.
Yeah.
But you take something that's a smaller profile from its frontal cross section, ends up being more like a centipede, kind of like the caterpillar, only more like connected, like a train, right? So
have you seen the Vandal train?
It can then go through a wormhole, right?
Have you seen the Vandal train?
I saw a concept drawing for it, and that's kind of what gave me the idea, right? So you could have a really long one, assuming that that works the way that the jump points are. Yeah. But then you could go through smaller jump points, but haul a lot more ore. I mean, maybe that's...
The hauler in you is talking like, I want a train.
I want it.
Is not
build
enough.
I'll buy it. CIG, I'll buy it.
Yeah, it's not long enough. Like, I want a chain of Hull He, like, basically, and just...
Well, you know, like, that's how the world works. They build things to suit what's needed. So if you have a great big... Yeah. If you found one system that had a small jump point going to it, and that's it, but it was super ore-rich, there would be a company that would produce something that could fit through that jump point.
Well, we can see just America, the whole Far West expansion. This train was at the key of that. Like the gold, basically was the gold era of trains, just building tracks and just pushing further and further and further. Because
and they had to
were
fit through
carrying
tunnels.
A lot of stuff. Yeah. Well, it's the tunnels. I don't know about the tunnels. So on these. Virtual tunnel, because everything's virtual anyway, so that's I'm sure to be right on that one. So on these virtual tunnel, I think we're gonna end it there. But just one last small thing to add to people. We've been talking a lot about those mining ship and potential upcoming mining ships, and do we need one? What type tunnel? No tunnel. But it's been clear and mentioned by CAG that. you don't need to be able to do a bit of mining, even if you're not a miner from the UEMC. Most like ship that can do a bit of cargo will be able to be fitted instead of a weapon, some kind of mining laser, and if they have a tractor beam, to be able to still do some bit of mining. But yes, us at the UEMC, of course, we were looking at the industrial side of mining, and we're the largest mining organization in the verse, and still growing, the fastest growing too. So
we have a lot of funds. So
so the largest fleet of Orion, that's for sure. So if you're looking for mining, well, there's one place to be here, the UEMC. So till then, see you in the verse, or maybe even on the UEMC Discord. Tim, have a good night. Take care. Thanks for being here with me tonight. And next time, maybe on your show. We'll see if you're ready by then. So,
all right.
Good. Take care. Have fun. See you guys.
In the verse.
Yes, in the verse.